What is going on, everybody? It is Dylan back with another video, and we are going over the gold players to target for Diamond for this roster update. I always say it is for this roster update, but sometimes it doesn't hit, and we have to hold it a little bit longer. But that long-term value usually hits for us. First player is Salvador Perez, and I think he is really, really cheap right now for how well he's doing. Right now, he is tied for fifth in the league in home runs. He's got 18. For a catcher, that's actually really impressive. You don't see that a lot. If you go back previous seasons and look at some of the catcher numbers compared to just the regular positional player stats, catchers are far behind for the most part. Salvador Perez is just hitting the ball, and he's hitting the ball really good. So yeah, he has the 18 home runs, 34 runs, 46 RBIs, and he's got a 290 batting average, 322 on base percentage, and an 864 OPS, which is smaller than a lot of the players who are at Diamond and stuff like that. But still, I'm going to give him the credit for being a catcher. As you can see, he's selling for about 2,400. You can make a buy order at about 2058, 2060, somewhere around there. But yeah, in my opinion, he's just way too cheap and way too good right now. I mean, for catchers, he's leading the league in almost everything right now. And just if you go back and look at his last month, which plays a huge factor into the adjustments, he's got a 314 batting average, 345 on base percentage, and a 964 OPS with 9 home runs. So 9 home runs in 27 games. That's a home run every 3 games, which is still really good. But yeah, he's, in my opinion, he's way too cheap right now. And the way he's hitting, I would definitely cash on him right now before he starts going up closer to the roster. Alright guys, the next player that I have targeted is a player that a lot of people have been on for a while. I was on when he was still a silver, and at one point he was at the, we can go and look, one point he was at the 45. Basically he was at where Diamond player would be, so there wasn't a real way to make profit. He did not get the bump, so right now, the reason that I'm targeting him a lot more is because I can get him for a lot cheaper than what he was selling for. As you can see, he hasn't been selling this low in about 3 weeks. So if you can get a player that's just dominating right now, and I don't mean like what Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is doing, but the numbers that Jesse Winker is still putting up is just incredible. So I'll read off his numbers for you. 17 home runs, which is tied for 8th in the league. 43 RBIs, 50 runs. He's got 1 triple and 14 doubles. He's got 26 walks and only 45 strikeouts. And the 45 strikeouts is really low compared to some of the other batters up here. He has a 344 at batting average, a 416 on base percentage, and a 1,035 or 1.035 if you want to be technical, OPS. And then just look at the price. You can make a buy order for 2,200 basically, or a buy order for about 1,720, 1,730, and buy him just cheap at 2,100 stubs. He's selling really cheap, and I mean, you look at his power, you look at his vision, you look at his contact. I mean, he's got the plus 100s against righties. The lefties may go up, but you look for the vision and stuff like that. But I can easily see him go to an 84, and then if he continues what he's doing, I could read the stats off really quick for you too. On Jesse Winker, last 30 days, 353 batting average, 441 on base, and a 198 OPS. 9 home runs in 26 games, 23 runs, 20 RBI. So his numbers are incredible. He's way too cheap. Another player that I'm targeting for the roster update. Alright guys, the next player we have a pitcher in this one, is Freddie Peralta. The reason I'm targeting Freddie Peralta is, one, he's young, and I always say it's easier to try to get younger guys to diamond rather than guys that are pretty older, because the show looks for longevity in doing diamonds and stuff like that. But yeah, Freddie Peralta right now is 12th in the league in ERA. He's got a 2.28 ERA, 6-2 record. Just never take into consideration the records. One complete game this season. He's got 75 innings pitched and 104 strikeouts. The strikeout rate is ridiculous. His WHIP is a .87. That's pretty high if you look at some of the other pitchers around that list. And I think strikeouts alone, you look at some of the numbers that are above Freddie Peralta, and he's ninth, tied with Kershaw and Max Scherzer with a 104, which is crazy. He's got an 83 overall, so just needs a +2. And we'll take a look at the price here. He's selling for less than 2,000 subs. You can create a buy order for about $16.60. And even to prove that, to go, well, you know, you want to get longer stats. You want to get even, you know, we can go the last 30 days for Freddie Peralta. And his numbers are still up there. Sorry, I'm just trying to find his numbers here for the last 30 days. There we go. Last 30 days, he's got a 2.10 ERA, so it's pretty similar. 30 innings pitched, 35 strikeouts. So strikeouts hasn't been there the last 5 games for him, it looks like. But he's got a .83 WHIP. So his numbers for the last 30 days besides strikeouts are pretty consistent. So Freddie Peralta just needs a +2, and we can easily see him go diamond. Just going to throw a little extra one in there. Carlos Rendon is probably the cheapest that we've seen him in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you look at his price, continue to jump. He was almost at about 4K. He's almost at 3,000. So definitely look for his next game to decide if he's going to go diamond or not, in my opinion. But yeah, there's 2 players right there for you guys. All right, guys, the last player I'm going to talk about is Rafael Devers. The reason I'm going to target him, and I don't think he's going to hit diamond. He's not putting any crazy, ridiculous numbers. But all the other players that I have invested, targeted from previous videos and stuff like that I've called out, I've been holding on to them, and a lot of them now were closer to where I wanted them to be. But this is just going to be a guy for probably the next roster update to hit diamond. I expect Rafael Devers to definitely go up to an 83 overall. It'd be amazing if he hits an 84, but I'm just going to play it safe and go for an 83. Right now he is tied for 8th in home runs with Jesse Winker. He's got 17. He's got 56 RBIs, which is second behind only Vlad. 47 runs, 20 doubles. He's batting .278 with 343 on base percentage and a .908 OPS. So, like I said, it's nothing crazy or anything like that. It's another cheap player for people to invest in. That'll make them stubs either short term, long term. So, right now, you could buy a lot of him. You could buy him at $12.53 or create a buy order about $1,100, $1,110, somewhere around there. But yeah, his numbers are just way too good. And the thing that sticks out to me is the last 30 days of looking at Rafael Devers. Like I said, he's an 81, so I don't expect him to hit diamond, but he's got 6 home runs, 22 RBIs, 20 runs, 283 average, 330 on base percentage. So his numbers are pretty consistent there. But yeah, just a cheaper player. And now I will go over the players that I have targeted. If you've watched my previous videos, you can go back and check, and I probably called almost all these guys out. Didn't want to do that. But yeah, so Carlos Correa, his numbers are really impressive. I have him bought. Craig Kimbrell, I've called him out as well. Have him invested. Did not get on the Marte train. Marcus Semien, another player that I called out when we were calling out Vlad a long time ago. We go down Zach Wheeler. I previously called out. Rendon I called out in this video, in previous videos as well. Altuve, my most invested player right now. His price is really good. You keep going down. Shohei Ohtani's there. That was like beginning of the game, but still there as well. Salvador Perez mentioned in this video. So yeah, those are the guys. Carrera, Kimbrel, Semien, maybe both the Martes. Zach Wheeler I expect to definitely hit diamond. Rendon I think can definitely do it. Altuve I think is going to hit diamond again. And Jesse Winker and Salvi. So my other two guys. Ohtani, the reason it's so hard is because he's a pitcher. I do think MLB is finally going to give in and give us the diamond Ohtani. But yeah, those are my predictions for this Friday's roster update of gold players to diamond. So hope you guys enjoyed.